Odumodu is not fit. He actually did a diss song for me that he just released. Titled Not All That.
Oh, I haven't listened to
I
that.
listen to it and I'd be like, this is all you can do as a rapper? Nah, I'm disappointed, bro. People don't know my story long gone. Tony Tesula was supposed to be the first person to sign me. Two-Face was the first person that took me to the studio and put me in the studio in Festac. My story is very long, and a lot of Blackface was my closest OG. I still spoke about Blackface 2 days ago. Bro, the last protest that happened in SARS, I protested in 3 different countries. I protested on the mainland, I protested on the mainland of Island, Lekki, I protested in the Czech Republic, I protested in Istanbul, Turkey. So it's no one has protested more than me in this industry, music industry. No one artist has been part of any protest that are, more than me. Maybe Idris Abdulkarim because of his kind of music and all that. But I'm always out there doing,
I was listening back then, 2019. I was doing Uber, and I was just going by the lyrics because I'm a Yoruba man. And I just posted, and I put some, I went into your DM and I said, you don't know how this powerful this song is for me. I said then, and you replied and you posted, and I didn't reply again because I went to my chats now and I said, thank you very much because you make my day. Then people in America don't understand the stress that comes from a Nigerian that stays in America. And sometimes you want to relate back home, but you need music of somebody from home that some kind of way can encourage you to keep going, even though everything is hard. And that music as at that moment gave me a lot of hope beyond what I can explain to you. And I'm nobody as a then, I'm still nobody now. The fact that you could just pick random, I didn't even follow you then.
I would you on that. I'm gonna ask you to break on that. See,
okay.
I'm this kind of guy that even when I'm in my lowest time, the thing that lives in me is too big that I know it cannot. I'm happy my lowest time, lowest ground or the floor. I'm gonna be down. I'm like today, but when there is life, there's so much there you can do. And as a man, I don't believe in saying I'm nobody. Nah, come on. Everybody is somebody. The only difference between somebody that believes and knows who he is and the person that does not know who he is the awareness, is the realization of you as a person know that this is who I am. And the person that hasn't described himself yet doesn't mean it's just that it's still like growing. Self-discovery is huge. And a whole lot of people, don't. So, see, there's some of us like when we were in our 20s, we didn't know a lot about ourselves. It took us a decade or even 2 decades before we realized that how come? So I've had this in me all these years and just wasting it. So I'm just gonna don't see. But
I really appreciate that.
I'll be lying right now if I tell you that I remember this phase and I remember you.
You can't even remember my face then.
The only one thing that I will not, one thing that I will not, that I cannot lie about is the fact that when I hear from people, people talk about my music and they tell me that this is what this music has done. It's the only reason why I'm making music. When I hear from people or someone people like you that that go as far as connecting and letting me know that this music that you make is the reason why I'm still making this music. If not that, bro, a lot of things have happened there. But when you remember that there's a lot of people that you're still connecting, you're still giving hope to, and they enjoy listening to your music, you can't stop.
Man, thank you very much for the keyword, which is the connecting the dots, because that's what that brand is about. For anybody that might be listening to us right now, we know the person, you've heard his voice, you know him very well for his music. Is one of the pioneer. I'm about to steal your name you post on Twitter because I really take my time to understudy some question I want to ask you. And you said the new name is Gen Z Daddy, if I'm correct. I think you put it on Twitter like 2 days ago. Gen Z OG. Sorry for that. Sorry for my manners. So I will call you by the new name of saying Gen Z OG. But for anybody that might be listening to us anywhere in the world, in Africa, back here in Europe, in America, or anywhere in Europe, is no other person than Jaywon. Jaywon is that person we know for that first, that song back then, Facebook Love. So for you that don't know him, go to YouTube, check Facebook Love. You know much about the person we have on our podcast for this particular section. And with that being said, Jaywon, I would like you to, give our audience let them hear your voice and know that you are here on our virtual interview with you live today.
Ankara ni mo wan ko kishe Gucci. And I don't pay for this game, I no be rookie. When I pull up, she said, you wanna give me some loving. To love and to care for you, girl, is my duty. Yeah. Hey, what up, everybody? My name is Oyebanji. They call me Jaywon. We making money. We
definitely we are making money. That's an evergreen song. I'm starting from that part. When your album dropped, the first track, I review music on Twitter, and I always tell people, like, as an artist, sometimes not all artists that put their mind into the artwork of it. I think the first track of Time really will make everybody to want to listen to an album. Basically, if they want good lyrics, if they want a music that will pass a message to them. And I will start with that. What was it about? This is your 5th album, Evergreen. What was it about? How was the experience? What was the challenges? In America, I did some research. I realized, if I'm correct, you could correct me on this. You spent time in Ghana, in Nigeria, and America. What was the experience of you being here, and you're still maintaining your music and your fans base to let them to know that I'm still here to this particular 2024 that we are today?
Trust me, this album is like the toughest album. It took from me, man. It took so much. But I always tell people, like, when there's a genuine connection between you and what you do, even when you are stressed, it does not take nothing from the job. It does not. Even when you are frustrated, that frustration only helps the job to get better. Only helps you to do that thing that you're doing more. Yeah, because, bro, trust me, at the point we had to even start all over again.
Wow.
Because I was working with some people that I thought, we were on the same page, and later I realized, no, we're actually not on the same page. So I had to start mixing the project all over again. I had this guy for the longest time. Big shout out to Ife Money. He was one that actually introduced me to him. His name is Emo. He's a Lebanese guy. He does mixing and production. And I've always wanted to work with him. And this guy is the one that always reaching out to me like, bro, I'm still here. If you need my service,
wow,
this guy I'm talking about is cheaper than our people. He's better than
wow.
And these other guys that I'm working with, I thought that we were on the same page, where we are good, with my guy. All of a sudden, I said, wow, okay, no problem. Just give me the job where we do and reach. Then I had to start all over. Imagine the job. Now, I'm someone that you've not finished the project with, and I started giving you problem. What will happen when you put out the job? Once I see that kind of like, once I see something like that, I'll just start all over again. I have to go and get someone else, start all over again. Any element that will bring me problem, I take it out. Because
I'm sorry to stop you, because this story you're giving me is very important. And the reason why I said it's important is CTDAmongblacks, our goal is to connect the dots. And luckily for us, you're more in America. Basically, on some interviews that I watched that you did like 5 months ago with Teju Babyface, and I realized, you explained some things, and you're saying one key point that I would say a lot of Nigerian and abroad are experiencing is, I won't use your word, I'll use my word of saying, is it like Nigerians are feeling entitled in the music industry when you work with them, in the sense that delaying your project because they feel like they're the only one that can do it? You said something that you said, you work with a Lebanese that is more, the price is more down, and the quality of what they are giving you, because I can tell from the quality of this.
When I say that's facts, bro. When I tell you that the price is good, is good job, bro, man. I don't think I've gotten it I've gotten an album right this much. Like all the album I've done in the past. Like when it comes to the sound, when I listen to this album, I'll be like, wow, man, Jaywon, try.
No, this is evergreen. The title was correct too. The title was correct for the album.
So I ain't in it, and this is me that has worked with everybody. Bro, I'm not even kind of, sometimes I don't even remember myself. I don't even remember my name, Jaywon. I just work. If I can't name for you, for the industry, from Mastercraft to Young Don to Black Jay-Z these are people that I just don't work with them. I started with them when nobody knows their name. If I'm calling you Mastercraft, I'm calling you, bro. Do you know Mastercraft produced Facebook Love?
Wow.
Nobody knows the name Mastercraft when he produced Facebook Love and Philebe.
Wow, that's a long, that's a long time, and that's a hit. and nobody knows.
That's one of my biggest records. So if I'm talking, and that's my brother, that's one of the people that Massacre. I gave Massacre's contact to some guy, some big African artist. I know how much Massacre have charged. I beg him, still Jaywon because of you. I do him. Massacre have said to job for me how long ago. I mean they use money beg Massacre. Say take money, say Jaywon.
Wow.
I don't need it.
Do you think our economy as a Nigerian is affecting how because this is something they said a couple of months ago when they're saying Nigerian artists are overpricing themselves. Now you're giving us another thing that not just the artists, the producers,
Not just but listen to me, if someone like Massacre is charging a lot of money, you know where you're getting.
True, that's fact.
If something like Massacre is charging a lot of money, me, I'm not.
That's fact.
You know that you are getting top-notch production. You're not, and Massacre is actually a very cool-headed guy. After doing this job, Massacre still reach out to me, say, Jaywon, nice one on that job. I'm enjoying the song. The guy is promoting it. Well, I've worked with everybody, and then you work with some other producers, some other engineers that you are the one even promoting them, and they start to. That's why I say this album took so much from me, and enjoyed it. I loved it. That's why I'm doing everything I got to promote it, because right now I know what I have in my hand. I know in the industry there are a lot of talented people in Nigeria, a lot of great musicians in Nigeria. But you see, I know it's only few albums that can stand beside my album, what I put out. And it's not because here is my project. It's what I've put in. What from the mixing to the production of this album to the content of this album. I know, yes, I try. Some people they are ahead of me for this, but there's nothing taking me out of top 5 albums in Nigeria right now. Let me know everyone. Let me know overhype let me not say top 3, because I know I'm in the top 3. Let me humble myself and say top 5.
So with this album, you believe this album level of work, everything, what to be 1 to 5 when it comes to the Nigerian music industry right now?
Trust me. I just became a voting member at the Grammys, and I've shared it with some of the members. Most of these members are all Grammy award winners. And when they listen, they don't just listen, they come back to me and say, I hope you are submitting for this category. I hope you are submitting this album for this category. That is what and these guys are not Grammy nominees, they are Grammy award winners.
Wow.
So I'm not saying they're not Grammy nominee, they are not saying do it. As in their house, when you go to their house, you see 2, 3, 4, 5 Grammy awards where they don't win. So it's not, because I know the amount of work I put in, and yes, promotion is a lot to promote and all that, but I know the job is good.
My next question is going to be, while creating this album, what is that one moment that you have that becomes so precious to you? What is that moment? Or maybe is there going to be any moments that you're giving when you start shooting your videos that we're going to see? Or what is that time of, I don't know how long this album takes, but I know definitely it takes a lot of time because of what you're saying. What is that moment that you cherish, that every time you listen to this work of art that you did, you just feel fulfilled within yourself, like, you guys will not understand, but I cherish this moment. Is there a moment like that while creating this evergreen album?
It's a lot of work, trust me. And when you work with not just writers or producers, you work with the best producers, you work with the best writers, you work with the people that knows better than you do. Because me as an artist, I learn. I always try to humble myself. Even when I know I want to learn more. And it's not about age, it's not about experience, it's not about, bro, if you have what I need, I want to be your friend.
I like that.
I want to learn from you. And no matter if I'm older than you in the game, it doesn't matter if you feel I'm better than you. If you're better than me, I want to learn from you. So this album, I actually just humble myself and I just learn through the process. And I listen, knowing fully well that I'm in a different environment now. I'm not in Nigeria. That's why I have to spread it. Bro, I have a Spanish producer on this project. I have a Ghanaian producer on this project, Ghanaian engineer, Lebanon engineer, Nigeria. So it's just spread across. So it's not...
How is that experience? Working with people, back in the days, Nigeria worked with our people. We've expanded to America. But now you're giving us another juice of saying, you're working with Spanish, you work with Ghanaian to produce your song. And, a lot of Nigerians might be carried away feeling like it's just for Nigeria, but not knowing the work behind it. How has that experience been to help in connecting the dots, because our podcast is all about letting people know that, when you don't go out of your comfort zone, you don't know there are people that are ready to work with you from the other side of the world. So for you being opportune to, produce your album from here, doing it yourself with your own record label, what are the things you would like to share with Nigerian musicians that are coming behind, that not even have the experience of, being in America, or they might have the opportunity, they don't know how to value it, just like how you explained to us? What would you like to tell them?
You can do it anyway. It doesn't matter where you are. I always tell people, if I find myself in Sangisa Forest today, we'll make music there. If I'm in Pakistan today, we're going to make music there. If in the Middle East, if in inside forest, I find myself, we will find a way to create something. Because it took me a while to discover that this is from God. This whole talent is, God knew it from the beginning that this is what I will use. Because a lot of times I want to relax, but even when I'm relaxing, I'm creating something I have not done before. So in every situation or every mood I find myself, I'm bringing something out of it. So you cannot relax. You cannot be too comfortable. You cannot be full of yourself, thinking you've done it all. Because let me tell you, as the time changes, so is the mood. So is the music. So is the slangs. So is the environment. So is a lot of things change, not just the time. As we are entering another decade or entering another year, a lot of things will change. That is why when they play some new music, you shout, wow, wow. Because you'll be like, I haven't been in this mood for the longest time. So you need to understand that, but until you understand that, you might be feeling too full of yourself and thinking, nah. Yeah, I can do it. I'm the one, I'm on top. I will always be on top. That is why track 1 is very important for every artist to listen to on this album. Every artist, be you big, be you small, be you young, you need to listen to that song and understand that it's a time, but at the same time, that time you can use it to favor yourself by listening and being attentive and understanding that, what's changed, it has changed, we need to move with it. No, it has moved. Let's not.
I see your Gen Z OG now. It makes sense. It all makes sense now. So the reason why I said it all makes sense is I do review music. I get different ways of how I review, but one of the key things is, like I've always been saying when I review music about people, which I'm still going to review your songs, is the first track. And I think you summarize the first track for anybody that wants to listen to it, because I took my time to connect, and everything I was able to tell myself is, you reposted my what I said about your album, even though you don't know. And
of course, I reposted that.
Yeah, so when I was in my head, I'm like, I'm adding this to what you said about a lot of Nigerians. If they haven't been opportune to travel around the world, they wouldn't know how powerful our word can influence people, even just our language, our sound. And for you working with other people, it changes. Like, you bring back Afrobeat, and that's my next question. There was this a rumor going around. I'll make it two questions in one, two things together to make it one question. And there was this rumor going around like Afrobeat is dead, and people were saying everybody was jumping on the piano. And some other artists dropped their song, which I will mention their name because I'm focusing on you. But then when you drop your song, you gave us, me personally, I saw Facebook Love, I saw Ajay, I saw every song you've done, because the different tracks have everything that you can see. Say this is Afrobeat. Was it something you're conscious about when you're making the song, or you're just trying to represent Afrobeat as much as you can while you're bringing different genre into this particular album?
So first of all, I've never been a fan of the word Afrobeats. The only reason why I, was subjected to it is because that is the only thing that is giving us a voice. Because myself, even when I'm mad at something, the second thing I ask myself is, why not think about the other way? You're mad, you're angry, you don't like this whole thing, but look the other way. Look, just and I found out that that's the only thing giving us a voice. The only reason why I didn't like it was because how can some set of people just wake up in the UK and just decide to say that yes, it's called Afrobeat, and we already know that digital Afrobeat.
That's a new story you want to start to.
Just added S to it and said it's Afrobeat is what we'll be calling Nigeria. But I can't just move with it, because I feel like that's the only thing that's giving us a voice. And then you all know that whether you like it or not, everybody in Africa, each African country wants to be heard. And if peradventure, it looks like Nigeria is the one that is trending the most, and then they start to call everybody Afrobeat. One day, they will come out, they will fight back. Started having that issue with Ghanaians. Later, we started having an issue with South Africans. The bongo flavor people from the East Africans, we started having the same problem that no, if Nigeria is Afrobeat, Nigeria is Afrobeat. We are bongo flavor. South Africans are saying we are Amapiano. Only Ghanaians were a bit, flexible and comfortable with it, that in a year they can join the Afrobeat movement, But why doing this album is, come on, man, we have something that is very, very, very unique and powerful, and it came from our legends, like from the people of our fathers, like King Sunni Before them, they were different people. So I should not be tough. They bring out everything and create something from Juju to Fuji to high life, which means we can do all this in one without having to add a piano and join, without having to add bongo flavor and join, without having to add hip life and join. So that's why if you listen to this album, you hear everything inside.
I get the idea now. Thank you very much for explaining that.
And do this. We can do it. We don't have to tap. We don't have to carry. We don't have to do too much. I feel like, man, the Amapiano is beautiful, but that is not our thing. Yes, we know how to copy and make it sound better. We are genius. We are bad. We are good like that. But why doing all this? That's why, in as much as a lot of people didn't like Rema's album, I love it.
It makes sense now. Thank you for giving me that tip. As an OG, that's a big tip, because musicians are not the type of people that will explain themselves sometimes. We just got to vibe on how we feel about the song. And I'm about to branch a little bit from that conversation to this part of that Rema side, their camp. When there was a rumor around, it wasn't even a rumor, even because I saw it myself on Twitter. I'm always on Twitter a lot. And I realized the picture of Artiste was trending when she kind of, I believe it wasn't something that was planned, but I think it was something that become now, this is just my voice, and this is my own, what I see online that everybody was talking about. It becomes where they were using it to push Artiste, which came out, and you use the word "ipekere" for people that might understand Yoruba. Is this something, how do you feel about that when it happens?
Trust me. So what will make me want to take a picture with Artiste if it is not love and respect? What would I get from taking the come on? It has to be love for me to say, hey, come on, how are you? How you doing, man? You doing good? Come on, let's have a picture. It's because I'm proud of who you are. I love what you are doing. And then I was with the Mavens, one of the Mavens executive, which is Tega. That's my guy from the longest time. If Tega was my guy, there would have been a way I would have extended this whole thing too. But I know that, come on, you don't need that. But it was getting too annoying because, imagine you showing love and then they turn it around and made it look like that. And he kept coming back, and Instablog was posting back to back. Instablog posted like 4 or 5 times now before, and I said, come on, is this not enough? I don't do a promotion. I know what you're doing. It's good, but when it's becoming really, really ridiculous, you and I know that Instablog just don't post. Instablog get paid to post. My brother, if you like, go make you see the show, can make it. Instablog is about their money. So someone is paying Instablog. Trust me, it's no joke.
A lot of Nigerians don't believe this, because I've said it on Twitter. Like sometimes you see news that come back. Don't tell me there's no money behind it. I have friends that are vloggers, man. Even me sometimes go to get discounts to post that wall. So you cannot tell me, when we know we're in this game. This is what we've been doing. We know when something is PR and when something is fact. When it become like just natural. The way the protest is going now, everybody knows that's a trend. Every blogger wants to post it to trend. Everybody knows that. But when you are posting a particular picture back to back every day, come on, we know. The person just released an album. So since I spoke about it, did you see that picture on Instablog again? No. Facts though. I think that was the last time. Even a lot of people think like you're overdoing it, like banter on Twitter like that. It went on different ways. But after your post, I think it kind of went down. You've been an advocate for a lot of things like this in Nigeria. I've been somebody that follow you a lot about a lot of news, I'm not going to bring back because you've explained yourself on it, on those informations. The only thing I want to say is a lot of Nigerians don't see what you're doing. I'm a person, I see it, and this is just my truth. When I say I see it is you say a lot of fact with truth, but at the same time you come back for the peace to reign. Sometimes you take the apology. Sometimes you really want to apologize, not because you don't know what you're doing, because you said in an interview. But my question is this: for anybody, for this opportunity that we have you again, what do you think Nigeria needs to know? Because you said, I'll bring this one out. When Oyebanji was, using one of your artist songs, there was a lot of things that happened, and you are the one that make that thing die down. The same thing with Artiste, you make it. Should I say the part he chose is good, but people are not seeing it? A lot of fans don't see.
They don't see.
What do you think you can do? What do you think you can say that will make some musician to? Because me, I would say you are in America, actually. I always tell people, like, sometimes some musicians can't say a lot because a lot is attached to them. Starting from Kenny Music, a lot of things yourself to this moment. What is that thing from the Gen Z OG that you give a lot of musicians for them to understand this thing? Because it's very big. I'm not taking this personal, but I see what you say sometimes, and now the results comes back.
Trust me, sometimes it's very, very sad. It's sad in all this shit, because I feel like I was just trying to do the right thing, and then you trying to do the right thing, it turn it around to something else. I had to apologize to the band. The band didn't say anything. He didn't get back to me, and that shit was
wow.
But at the end of
till date.
Yes, they did. They did reach out.
A lot is going on in the Nigerian music industry. A lot of people.
Listen, I won't wake up and say the band do such thing. Why am I stupid? This song is online. Why would I? Come on, the band is one of the most respected Nigerian artists. He's one of our old respected OGs. One of the people that put this Afrobeat where it is right now. He's one of the people that made Nigerian music popular. He's in top 3.
Wait, you put the badge as the top 3. You mean all time?
Of all time. Trust me, bro. Anybody can use.
Yeah, I agree on that.
Well, I tell you, one of the most famous Nigerian artists that took Nigerian music to the next level, took it to where it is today, was Banji's top 3. I don't know who you're gonna put number 1.
But Jaywon, if you say that, though, does that mean we have to keep closing our eyes when they do things like that to your record label, to your artist?
No, but I'm just saying I would not be disrespectful to such a person.
I get it now.
I feel bad about it, because even the band you have my number. You know how to reach out to me. Me and you chat once in a while. Me and you don't link up 1 or 2 times. If they then say even the guys that were trying to reach out to my boy, and each time this boy you are reaching out, he lives next. His room is the next room in my house. My artist, So even as you are sending message, or if they are calling you, carry the phone and come and give me, say, Baba, they are calling me. They pick it and put it on speaker. And all these things happen. People say you want to take the song, and then you will take the song from me, and it will now allow you to release your own. This is why it has released a snippet of the song that is trending on TikTok and on Reels already. You say make it pause your own. We will release our own. After we release our own, then we will now release your own on that Cream platform. And I said no.
Jaywon, I'm sorry to stop. You've explained. I've watched your interview. I'm no disrespect, but I want you to go on this because from the little information that reached me in so many different places, this key thing you're saying is destroying, from my own view, is destroying music in Nigeria, because there's so many talented people that are falling victim into this, that they don't have a voice.
Listen, there's a lot of young talent. Like there's even a guy on my album now that he didn't get the right credit for the song. Before he even reached out to me, I started fighting. Say, no, I don't want to hear this. I'm telling the distributor, this boy must get his full credit. He produced the song and he co-wrote this song. Give him his credit. Even the distributor is tired of me. Say, Baba, why are you doing this? Take it easy. Baba, I've done this thing. I said, it's not clear yet. I want it clear. I don't want, because I want to make sure
everything is done properly.
Everything is cleared and everything is done properly. It's not that later now will not, because trust me, some of these young talents, they don't get you before you see yourself where you don't want to see yourself. Even though, sometimes I find myself that, because this album, some boys that I met on Facebook from my village, I put 2 of them on this album.
Wow.
how many on Facebook. One of them has been sending me message for only God knows how many years.
Wow.
Then last year too, because there's this charity event that I do in my village every year, and reach out to widows, give them food, check their health, do all these things. So I do it majorly in my village. This boy last year he went and gather money, his own money, and did poster. And he said he's doing his own in his village in my name.
Wow.
And that was when I called him and said, this boy, you've been disturbing for too long. What do you do? He said he sings. I said, oh, you do music? I said, okay. So I said, so how much is your budget for this thing that you want to do? He said it's 30,000. I said, okay. Okay, for you to actually, planning to do this thing, I appreciate. I say, I'll send him around 50,000 and I say, add it to what you are.
Wow.
Let's make it. So I'll look at what am I gonna do to this boy? Okay, no, I got this song. There's another one in another village in my own hometown still. I got that one. The other one too. That one don't even tire for me. Don't send me a tire. But when I tell you, just calm down. I know what I'm planning for. I will do. When I send the song to you, I say, look, take this beat. This is the chorus. Do a verse. Send it to the other one to you to do a verse. We match all the verses together. The song is that song, Omokun song.
And that's very, very. I'm this person that spent a lot of time with my grandparents. So when I listen to some lyrics, I know where it's coming from. And I know the message that goes with it. So when I was listening to that particular track, the name wasn't a name I know. Because I had to take my time to go through all the list of the name you have. I was like, but I haven't seen this name. You have Sheyi vibes, you have all this. Like, what is going on? But I'm glad you put that one out there.
You see that one out there? Even my guys, the guys that were distributing, they say, this guy doesn't even have a profile on Spotify. I say, don't worry. He said, this guy should change his name. I said, nah, this boy has been bearing this name before he met me. He is not going to change his name.
I want to manage our time because there's a lot I want to ask you.
I said,
with what you've said, I watched a couple of your interviews. There's a lot of people you've brought up to learn like that the world doesn't even know. Because you're not the type that, even when you say it, you don't say it as a part you're taking credit. You just want people to understand how the nature of this business and how God works sometimes. That's what I get anytime you say it. But what is the part of some young artists that we have now in should I use the word limelight, are disrespecting a couple of OGs that we know they're not supposed to be disrespected?
Let me tell you that I feel for them. I feel bad for them because people like me, if you disrespect me, I go use you. You go inspire me to sing something. Got out of what you do, but it's gonna be too bad for you. Because whatever you do right now is in the news. And you are only setting the trap for yourself. Because you're already what you're doing right now is like telling everybody like, man, I don't give a F. The younger ones are already targeting you. The ones that are coming behind you. Because for you, they don't already get, now you get one, they get zero. Because you don't open yourself, say, if you feel disrespect people that come before you, you are open yourself to the younger ones to disrespect you too, which is going to happen whether you like it or not. That is why a lot of the times, a lot of my OGs don't do things for me now. People say, me, I don't like. But even when I'm at the para, I go see the Obale. No, people don't know my story long gone. Tony Tesura was supposed to be the first person to sign me. Two-Face was the first person that took me to the studio, and put me in the studio in First Stack. My story is very long, and a lot of Blackface was my closest OG. I still spoke about Blackface 2 days ago.
Wow.
The new video that is coming out right now that I just shot, 2 shots, Mo shot it.
Wow.
So my life, I don't know. My mama a Jehovah's Witness. I was brought up the Jehovah's Witness way. Being humble and being respectful is one of the things that you are taught. You cannot be disrespectful. But all these young guys, some of them do it and I just laugh. But I don't live my life. See, the way I don't live my life rich now. So thank God. I ask you, how long have you been in the game? 3 years.
I think your name fits you. Gen Z OG. It is the right, because people don't, a lot of OG doesn't understand things have changed to the Gen Z time. You got to work with them, because you said it, like, it's not about the age. If you have what I can work with, I'll definitely humble myself to work with you to make sure.
That's what listen, it's like, let me tell you, that Jason. I had 2 remixes to that song. I had one with Barry J. Lighter. I had another one with Fino, Slatan, and the Magneto. But the one with J and Lighter is the biggest.
I never heard the 1-2. I never knew you had that remix song with Zlatan.
If you listen to the one with Fino, Zlatan, and Magneto, this shit is. Oh, see, sometimes I see people on TikTok. Some people, when they listen to it, they go crazy, they go mad. They probably disappointed them. They said that, why haven't I heard this version? And it's on the same project. And that is the thing about my music. You just wake up one day, you see another Jaywon song popping up on TikTok or anywhere. I feel like I make music more. I make more music for the future. My music is more of the future. Like the other one, Family, on that same project, that I go on TikTok and I see people from New Zealand, Australia. That two countries is only where they stream the song from. And when you go on TikTok, you see them when they are doing wedding, they are posting. When they are doing burial, they are posting. Wow. When they are doing or having different events, they post that song, and I be like, wow. This record. So me in my music, that's why this album, people that are evergreen. I named this album Evergreen because I knew it's not just about this album, it's about all the work that I've done.
My last question that I will ask before I let you go is going to be 2 in 1, like I've been doing. The first part is there's this issue. I will mention the name Odumodu when he tweeted saying your one-time hit song. Now, when I listen to Time, this is me personally, I feel like it's a message of response to a lot of people that people might not understand. What inspired Time out of Evergreen and making? I know you're already making number 1, and you said it in this interview. You said anybody that you're an artist, go and listen to that song. Was that song dedicated for everybody that insulted you without insulting them, but you bring them back to the reality and the future? Is that what because me, I write reviews. Is that what created a particular track?
So let me tell you, do you know the title of that song originally?
What was the original title?
Letter to Burna Boy.
Hey, are you? Wow.
I changed it because it was actually Burna that inspired the song. When Odumodu now came out and started chatting shit about, who paved way for? See, Burna has done so much for this industry without even knowing that he has done it. So I know that Burna is not, even if when Peking try and you look at like, even if he misbehave, you look and saying, Otoko misbehave, what he try, what he share.
That makes sense.
So Burna I take it out. That's why out of respect, I change that. Burna don't work. Burna is taking,
a lot of heat.
Work.
Thank you. The last part of my question is.
So let me tell you, say Odumodu is not fit. He actually did a diss song for me that I just released. That you not all that.
Oh, I haven't listened to that.
I listen to it and I'd be like, this is all you can do as a rapper? Nah, I'm disappointed, bro.
I'm using this to say when you release Facebook Love, I'm still relevant to you now. It's a lot of homework that a lot of musicians of today will not understand. It's not easy to say relevant. Not just relevant to have a song and for you to now give us time, this particular 2024. My last question is, we know what is going on in Nigeria. And I know I listened to your album. Two of your albums was talking about what is really happening in Nigeria. Was this something you projected is going to happen when you create that track? And, people were saying like the riots going on in Nigeria, Thames kind of, postponed our own album, but you drop yours. And when you drop yours, it started resonating with people so much that they are using your song to quantify what is going on in Nigeria. Was this something you planned? Was this something you projected? Was this something you just go with your spirit by saying, I said I have to drop this album, the projected time I have?
Actually, I have moved the album so much. This album was supposed to drop like first quarter of this year. But I'm the kind of person that the way the spirit leads you, the spirit leads this way, we are going this way. I don't fight for things I don't have control over. If I don't have control over it, I let it go. I don't have control over it, I don't kill myself over it because I'm not God. You push more over things that you don't have control over, you destroy yourself. You don't have control over it. No matter how much you try. It's not, the ball is not in your court. So this album coming out this time, I say no. Going out. I want trust me, the normal Jaywon, we don't post for now.
Really?
The normal Jaywon, I too catch feelings now. I catch feelings. Let's postpone it. Hey, let's move it 2 more weeks or move it 1 more. But no, this one is going out. Sorry for all the fans. I hope you guys understand. Bro, the last protest that happened in SARS, I protested in 3 different countries. I protested on the mainland, I protested on the mainland of Ireland, Lekki, I protested in the Czech Republic, I protested in Istanbul, Turkey. So it's no one has protested more than me in this industry, music industry. No one artist has been part of any protest that more than me. Maybe Idris Abdulkarim because of his kind of music and all that. But I'm always out there doing, So, but this one, I'm sorry because I even saw this girl Ruth saying they should cancel me.
It's for people that didn't listen to the album. If you listen to the album, you won't be able to cancel the album.
But this album right now is out, and I'm just so happy that a lot of people are beginning to understand. And I say, if you don't like Jaywon, don't listen, because if you listen to this album, you become a fan immediately. If you know what good music should sound like. Just like everybody is beginning gradually. It's slow, but it's steady. And that is me. That's my idea of music. Slow and steady. It keeps, I said, come on, it's not going to, I don't like music that just come and do boom. It has never worked for me. But I know when it grows on you, poison. You see, you'll be so used to it that you cannot do without it. Like, I know people like the Ankara song, we shot a video for Ankara already, which is going to be coming out. The response for that is, I'll be like, okay, we are grateful.
Do you think, I'm rounding it up, I'm sorry to ask, do you think staying here for long now in America changes your visual and vision of how you look at your music back to when you're in Nigeria alone?
So no, it's a no, because trust me, if I'm in Nigeria, I won't be thinking the way I'm thinking right now. As I'm done to you, I have another EP ready.
What? You're a part of 2024. You are not trying to. So is there a new Jaywon we are looking at? You said you like, I'm too emotional in the past. Like now, no time. We're just
no man.
So everything is, we're seeing a different Jaywon in terms of. You already said you have another EP already on ground.
It's ready. It's not like it's ready.
Wow.
This one is like a song. Like I'm having like 4 rappers. I have 5 rappers. I have 2 American rappers. I have 2 Nigerians. I have 1 Ghanaian rapper. I'm having 1 Tanzanian rapper.
Wow.
So it's a single that I'm doing with all these guys. So I can't, because the way now my head is open. My head is open. I'm now like, I'm more responsible than I've ever been in my life.
So it's more like we're about to start seeing Jaywon that's going to be engaging in the music world more. This is like, I'm thankful that I'm even being the first one I'm getting this out of you, because I don't think you plan to say all this.
I've not had any. It's only like I saw this day. This day they sent me a question through today. This is the first interview I'm having.
I'm honored. I
was gonna tell you to hold on till I come to Houston. My guy said we have to go through. So we have to go through for this one. I said, okay.
I'm glad you go through. I will use Deji Baby Face voice to challenge you again when you drop the movie, when it was telling you like every opportunity just want to, and you're like, I'm ready to make sure that thing happen. And I'm glad you gave us the opportunity of having our platform. I really appreciate you, Jaywon. A lot of people would not understand.
Trust me, I appreciate the support. I don't take that for granted.
You're welcome, bro. You're definitely welcome, because you're doing the right thing, and it is time to start supporting the right thing. I don't know anybody that might listen to this episode. There's a lot of, I'm not saying no music is not good, but let's start having history that people can play your song in the next 20 years. Your time, this album is something the next. I tell somebody, I said, there's some music that will reign, that you will do the numbers today. The numbers in the next 10 years you'll be shocked, because it's still relatable in the sense that people are like, how this person come up with this?
Bro, and that's what I see from the album. Sometimes I just wake up in the morning and Ajay is back to #1 song on my Apple and Spotify, and I'll be like, wow. I just released a big song with Spyro. He's big, and in a few days after,
you find Ajay trying to struggle with it.
Ajay is back to, and when I check on TikTok, someone just made it crazy content, and it just boom, the content just moved to millions of views again. Then I woke up 2 weeks ago. Ajay was trending on Zazam in Nigeria and Cotonou. I said, what is this? 2 weeks ago, bro.
It's the originality you have in your song. Now, the lyrics is something anybody can relate with at any time, no matter how the world changed. It's a relatable song that I'm blessed to the song changed my own life, and that's the truth. It gave me hope when nobody even something you can't even tell as a man in America. Like it goes a lot.
So I'm so happy to hear that from you because
it does.
You don't know that people like you don't know that it's something that you're doing to me as a brand, as an artist that make, because it's not so much of us that makes songs like that. But me, I make some of those songs from my experience, from other people's experience, from things that I hear, and I'm happy that I'm able to connect to, different people with that, that music that I'm able to create from all these experience, and it helps me to do more. A lot of times, trust me, they want to give up. There's a time that I try to give up or I try to stop.
This music?
Trust me, that the biggest things that I never expected happen. If I'm just weary, like, that I'm just one opportunity, one big thing will just pass my head. I'll be like, can you do with this one? Why? So now it just makes me come to the realization of when you're going through anything, just know something big is coming. Don't. So now I just stay.
You just let it flow by its own way.
And just let everything that happens just fade away by themselves when they're ready to go and just do my thing. And it has been working. And I'm not like I'm not a pastor. I'm not a gospel artist. Yeah, I might be. Yeah, I'm spiritual.
I think your word is more spiritual. Your lyrics.
I know I'm spiritual with my words and stuff. Like the track 1 on this project. Somebody said, "Why would you say you're making love to your demons?"
I wanted to ask you, but I don't know how that would make you sound if the word gets found out.
Trust.
Shayo, and Shayo and Igbo, when you put it into the song.
Yes, listen, let me tell you that Shayo and Igbo song. That the original title of that song is Best Friend. But between you and I, if I say best friend, they will not connect more than they are connected, because Igbo and Shayo, they be best friends. And then when I say when everybody is running, I make love to my own demons. When everybody is running from the demons,
how do you get to that level?
Because I cannot run from my problem. I cannot run from you're running from your own problem is not gonna save it. Running from the things that is killing you is not gonna save it. Can you run from a gun? See, there's some things that happens with a lot of people that instead of them running, facing it is mostly, a lot of the times, the success is mostly the solution to the problems. Because let me tell you, I look at my friends in the game. Some of them, they all look at me, they laugh until I show them some checks and say, look at how much this one is bringing every month. This album, look at how much I get every month. This project, look at what I get every month. And they be like, album they release that will do me 6 months gonna really back.
Do you think education play a role in the music industry?
Bro, I see it on my YouTube a lot of the times, just going around. I don't even know. I just know music. I just type music business. I just type all these things and I just want to learn. Both my publishing, both distribution. Bro, I probably know more about distribution more than anybody, more than 70% of the industry musician right now. Both distribution and publishing and everything.
This is your album. I think when you come to Houston, if I can catch you, you need to give some, because a lot of artists doesn't know nothing, but I'm not going to go into that. I'm focusing, the reason why we have you today is just to talk about Evergreen and to know some things about it. Hopefully when we catch you, we will definitely want to have you to go deep into that, because you just said one key thing that's a lot of, not just in music, a lot of Nigerians are struggling in America. And that's the fact of you doing research, of knowing things that people don't do. But we are not doing that for this. Before I let you go, what is that one word you like to leave with our fans? CTDAmongblacks, our goal is to connect the dots and bridge all the gap as much as we can around the world. And
there will always be problem. Is that problem? There's always obstacles. In Yoruba, they say TBT,
fact.
They're like, good and bad moves together. You can't run away from your problem. Because when you run away from it, if you go for 20 years, when you are back, you're going to meet it where you left it. You run away with the problems, come back 20 years, it's going to be right there where you left it. So don't
run away from your problem.
Don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your life. Yeah, I've never been a fan of anybody taking their life or giving up, because as you are giving up on a lot of opportunities that you are closer to, that you walk, struggle to get to.
Oh, that's a big one.
So
that's a big one.
The more you give up now, see now the things that you walk. Some of us, we are even 80% close to that place that you are going, and you just give up. And I won't tell you, I won't say it's easy. It's not gonna be. It's tough. But the tougher the tougher this journey is, the bigger the victory. Me, this man talking to you right now, probably have been through a lot of things, some that people don't even believe I'm going through right now. But you know what? I'm positive all my life. My music is, I don't know which word to say, is like my Jesus Christ.
I think it's the real thing that keeps you going when people don't even know. Because the lyrics of you saying,
my music is like my Jesus Christ, like it's my savior. And anytime, bro, a lot of the times I don't look, I be like, come on, they're just strong.
You're a very strong man to do, to be a musician that wants to basically run your thing yourself in America by yourself without having, figuring it out.
I want to say, because I've had a lot of amazing people like this project. I have a partner on this project who is loving, supportive, kind, and I have a family behind me that even sometimes when I want to give up, I look at them and like, this people trust me so much, this people believe in me so much.
That's wonderful.
See, I cannot. Now, when we come to Houston.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's been a lovely having you on our podcast.
Thank you so much, brother.
Evergreen, wherever you might be, play it, listen to it, bookmark it. I can promise you one of my best tracks for me, I'm saying in front of him, is The Time. The Time I've put me on a level that when I see you, I will explain to you one-on-one. So thank you very much, Jaywon, for coming on our episode. We do appreciate you. Evergreen, wherever you might be, anywhere in the world, go try to listen to it and tell us however you might feel. Go to his page and put a CTDAmongblacks and tell them that you listen to this and you love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's been a privilege. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.